Indeed, Leanne, we do have a very special guest with us this morning. Now, cricket fans have a full roster of action for the entire summer locally and even through what we'll not have Test cricket in the December period, even though, rather, cricket fans around the country can brace themselves for another installment of the popular SA20 competition. So, to talk about this, we have roped in one of the most feared bowlers the sport has ever seen, and that is none other than SA cricket legend Allan White Lightning Donald. Now, you know, when an athlete has a nickname, there's something special about him. Good morning, Allan. It's so good to have you on our morning live screens. I was just doing some reading for the interview, and I saw this funny headline because it reminded me about something that you faced. Marco Jansen says his battle and his duel with Virat Kohli is annoying but fun, and it reminded me about the battles that you faced with Sachin Tendulkar. So let's talk about cricket and what's happening in South Africa. We became accustomed to, when we were younger, the New Year's tests, the Boxing Day tests. Things have changed and evolved in the game of cricket locally.
Yes, it certainly has. I mean, we've obviously played in the domestic scene of late. It's been pretty tight, you know, so... and now we're moving into the red ball stuff of it pretty soon next week.
Yeah.
I've been watching the test matches, South Africa versus India, which has been unbelievable. What an achievement by our test team. You know, it brings back fond memories of 2000 when our side won there 2-0. You know, so that is an unbelievable achievement by Shukri Conrad's team and Themba Bavuma, and you know, there's so much to be excited about in this test team. You know, the resilience, the not taking a backward step. You know, there's something really steely about this team, and now they've got their work cut out over there. And then all of a sudden, when you think Virat Kohli is a retired man, he comes and he scores 100 on his comeback, and yeah, look, he's just magnificent. I had the privilege of working with him in the IPL in 2014 to 16, and he is just he's built differently. I know we like saying that, but he is absolutely built differently.
I think I wanted to ask you about the SA20 competition, but we'll go into that in a short while. Let's just rather stick with the Proteas and the current ODI series. You said that they've got the ingredients. They're a team that fights hard. Why do you think it's been a little bit of a challenge for them to make this transition from the test format into the ODI format? With
it's
this
never
particular
an easy
series,
thing, you know. We even say it. We even say it at domestic level, that the transition from red ball into white ball is a different mindset.
Yeah.
And nowadays you see so many. Nowadays you see so many players, you know, coming and leaving. Guys coming home. We've had guys prepare here. Reza Hendricks is about to leave us on Thursday to join a T20 team. So he's been practicing hard on the white ball skills. So yeah, it is a different mindset, different techniques. Two swinging new balls up front. You got to face something you never do in test match arena. So it is just a different beast. And if you don't lock in straight away, and it takes you time to settle in, you know, it can expose you no matter what sort of form you're in, whether you're bowling or batting. So it's yeah, like I said, it's just a different mindset altogether.
So talking about Reza Hendricks' preparation and T20 competitions, and also I suppose the evolution of T20 competitions, let's talk about the SA20. I know you were involved in the schools tour. There's a lot of excitement about it. Perhaps it hasn't reached its zenith point where it should in South Africa, but just give us some insight into why you think it is just become so popular with cricket fans in South Africa.
Well, I said it in season 1, and I thought, wow, what a product. What an amazing privilege we have in our country to have an absolute marquee tournament that brings us the best overseas players, that exposes our young guys, you know, that gives our young guys to be in the same dressing room as some of the best overseas players in the world. And now we're in season 4, and all of a sudden it's just getting bigger and bigger and better. Crowds, I don't think our stadiums are big enough to you know, if we could host 50,000 in some of our stadiums, we could, and more. And you just see the quality of the teams that have been drafted in the big auction. Again, you know, just watching Boshi there, and you know, what a find he is, and he's just launched himself on the international stage now. So yeah, I just think, you know, here we go. We're a few days away. You know, about 24 days away from the first game in Cape Town. And you know, so it's going to be a monster first game between two fantastic teams, Durban Super Giants, and of course Mumbai Cape Town. You know, so but yeah, look, it just brings crowds in, and the best thing about it all is how many young people are in these stadiums. You know, youngsters. Not only are they waiting for a one-handed catch, but also. Just to be with mom, dad, you know, granddad, and the rest. You know, it's just this magnificent spectacle, and I can't wait for it to start.
Unfortunately, I do have to let you go, but before I do, just share your final thoughts on the women's game, and you know, just how I know you were proud, but we haven't really chatted to you about the ICC Women's World Cup, and just let me go with some closing thoughts there about what you think is happening in the women's format as well.
How proud are we of them?
I know.
And, you know, I know Dylan de Priya is a great mate of mine in the camp. He was broken, obviously, after the final. And, you know, they've done us proud now in 3 straight World Cup finals, you know, albeit a T20 World Cup as well. So they just seem to be finding, again, it's a team that is, yes, also packed with experience, but also a team that has become so resilient. And, maybe, you know, hopefully next time they get over the line, but the women's game is in great shape. I'm very, very proud to see.
Allan, what a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much for chatting to us on Morning Live. We deeply appreciate your insights there. We have been chatting to the legend, Allan Donald, also known as White Lightning. Many of you will remember. And yeah, he was just sharing his insights on the SA20 competition, which kicks off in earnest on the 26th of December. That's just about 24 days coming as well.